Well, hello, welcome to all my internet peeps out there in the great big interwebs. This is Tashlan and Charlie the dog, Puddon Anpye the cats, all saying greetings to you all. We are now going to be doing some more Prison Architect. Trying to remember, it was about a week ago since I last did this, where we were. It looks like we've just built the basic detention centre and we're working on our administration centre. So I'm going to take this off pause so that our little workmen start doing what little workmen like to do. And yes, we've just got this. We haven't put in anything yet. They're still putting in the electrical cables. So let's have a look and see what an office requires. We've got the minimum size. It also needs an office desk, a chair, a filing cabinet, and of course it needs to be indoors. So let's look at our objects. Now I do know, or we'll have to expand that, there we go, that we also want to put in some windows. So let's do that. If it'll let me grab it, there we go. And we'll put a window in there and a window in there. It may be a prison, but at least the staff need to be well looked after, don't they? Right, now here is a filing cabinet. Let's put the filing cabinets over here. Shall we give them a couple? Let's do that, shall we? A couple of filing cabinets over there. And now they require an office desk. Well, they don't want it to be... Let's rotate that. You don't want it to be right by the window because you don't want the sun streaming down on your computer, do you? So let's put that over... Ooh. Shall we put it there? No. There, I think. And we'll do identical for this one. And then we'll get a chair. And we'll pop the chair behind the desk. I'm also going to put in a couple of chairs, you know, in case it's an office. Sometimes you have people coming to talk to you in your office. Also, we can pretty this up a little bit. We don't have too much money to spend, but let's see. Well, marble tiles or fancy tiles cost the same. Mosaic floor also costs the same. So let's go with the fancy tiles. And we'll throw some fancy tiles down there on the floor just to show that, you know, we're office workers. And of course, we mustn't forget to actually designate our offices. It is fairly important to get your offices pretty soon, because you'll find once you hire your warden, we've got our 2 offices done, you'll discover that there's lots of things that you can unlock, but you can't do it until you've got your warden. I mean, even things like security or guard dogs or anything like that, you can't unlock any of it without the warden. So that means we need to hire ourselves a warden. So let's have a look. Which office shall we put him in? Let's put him here in the corner. Ta-da! Now we have a warden. Now, if we click up on this top icon where we've got our little... It looks very sad as this little warden. There we go. There's our warden. So now you can see there's lots and lots of things that we can unlock. And the first thing that we're going to unlock, because that's what we're aiming for with our basic administration, is we want to unlock finance. So it's going to take him about 5 hours to do that. So we'll leave him to wander around his office researching. In the meanwhile, we've only got 1 grant open. So this means that we can go to our reports and go to grants and look if there's any other grant here that we want to do next. Now that one's going to be a fairly important one, is to have a medical ward. Also prison maintenance. Let's have a look, because that would require us to make an office, and that will also help us to keep everything clean. That's also an important one. Visitation rights, not so important at the moment. security, staff well-being. I think that's possibly the next one to go for, because all we need to do there is to build a staff room. So let's go for staff well-being, because bear in mind we don't have any inmates at the moment, so we're quite happily able to take our time with these things. Now we've got the offices here, so I think we should put the staff room maybe somewhere over here. So they're, they've got a nice view. We might plant a little bit of a grass around here to make it look all attractive. We do need to extend our fence, I would say. So let me just pop into planning, me and my insecurity without planning. And I think we definitely need to put a fence. Don't think you can put a fence on that bit. So we will need a fence here, because we need to be able to open this up so that our staff can come through. Don't mind me, I'm just going to sit here and make a mess. Right. So that we'll put some fencing there. Oh. The dog wants to play. Oh dear. Let's get rid of that noisy thing. Okay. I also think that we will need, I'm going to put it as a pathway, but we'll need to keep a space there, just for access and that sort of thing. So let's go and look at rooms. For a staff room, minimum size is 4x4. It has to be indoors. It needs a wide sofa and a drinks machine. Yes, well that's all perfectly well and fine. Okay, so I think we'll make it slightly bigger than the minimum of 4x4. So let's go back to our planning. And we do need to end up building more offices. So I'm going to leave sort of this area in order to build more offices. So I think that we will put our staff room trying to think. Yes, I think that's a reasonable size. It's small, but functional. Not ideal, to be honest. I'm not sure I like that actually. Maybe it would be better if we sort of brought it down from here. We could have a long, skinny staff room like so. What do we think? Would that work? Because we'd take away that fence then. We build wall there instead. Yes, I think that's probably for the best. Unless we want to move where we put our garbage. I mean, we can do that. And I'm thinking that might be better. I'm going to speed this up a bit because it's dark and I can't see very well. But I might move like our garbage up here. And then we can open this up a little bit more. Let's go to rooms, garbage, and let's give that some space. And we'll do that. Then we can remove that. Okay, I'm happier with that because that means that we can now make this building just that little bit bigger. And it is a staff room, so yeah, we want it to be nice. Ah, did you hear that little ding-a-ling? That'll mean that something has done here. Yep, we've unlocked finance. That's lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start researching maintenance, but also now we can hire an accountant. So we'll go to our staff and we'll go to accountant and we'll put her in her office over there. And that's another one done. Brilliant. So let's have a look here. What would be the next thing? I think because we've started researching maintenance, prison maintenance is probably going to be the next one that we're going to want. Yes, because we've already started working on that one. So we'll go with prison maintenance. Lovely. And of course that's all, you know, money that comes in. So now we were working on our staff room. I think we're happy with that. It's still the middle of the night. Drat. I'm trying to remember how to demolish walls, because we want to demolish that fence there, and we also were going to put a fence down to here. And yes, I was right. You see, you can't actually build a fence on that last little bit, so we'll put fence there and there. And I think, in all honesty, that does allow us to demolish this and to demolish this. I'm not sure if that's done that. Let's try it that way. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's opening things up a little bit. We'll worry about sort of landscaping and that kind of thing a little bit later. Now, for our staff room, I think we'll make it a brick building. So we'll put that there. And as for an entrance, I'm going to put the entrance over here, because we don't really want people being able to just walk in from this side. It needs to come round from behind. We want this to sort of be more exclusively for the prisoners. So now we need an entrance. It's definitely got to be a staff door. And let's pop that in the middle there like that. All looking very good. I think in this building we will put a couple of windows as well, because who doesn't want a bit of fresh air? And I'm saying that because it's a beautiful spring day today. I've just been for a really long walk in the park, and it's absolutely delightful out there. So yes, I'm feeling full of the joys of spring. Okay. We'll need to check on our power situation. Just thought about that. And yes, we will need to throw a cable in there. That should be enough. Yeah, probably is. So we'll leave it at that and see how that goes. I usually have this on that sort of second speed level, whatever that is, because I do find otherwise this is a little bit slow. It's okay when you're planning or whatever else, or we've got nothing going on, or to slow it down when things start going horribly wrong for you, as they do. Right, now with our accountant, we should be able to also be able to unlock some things, and this extra grant is actually a good thing, and we've got a little bit of money we can invest, so why not? Okay. Oh, that made me jump. It's okay, we're just locking up the non-existent prisoners. Right. Okay, so now I want to put in objects and things into this room. So we're going to put in a couple of large windows, I think. Let's rotate that so that's on that wall. And that's on that wall, and then we don't really need one on that side, I don't think. And this, no, because that's going to be sort of a thoroughfare through the prison. I don't think the staff will really care. We might put a small window over here and over here. And we won't give them the fancy tiles, but let's give a nice mosaic floor down here. Okay, now for our staff, we do want to put in some chairs. Now I do know that for the room's requirement, it needs a wide sofa. So there we go, a wide sofa. We've got to be comfortable, haven't we? When we're having our dinner or whatever. Right. So let's put a wide sofa in there, and one in there, and in there, so our staff can sit. Let's put in a small sofa over here and here for those who don't like sitting, you know, right on top of people. We'll throw in a radio for them, And let's throw in a small TV set as well for them to watch. And let's be really generous. Let's give them a pool table as well. And we also need to add a drinks machine or two. Let me zoom in, see how I'm putting this the right way around. Okay, so there's that. And there's that. A couple of drinks machines. Actually, let's put that one that way. Yeah. Okay, so now what's left to do is designate that room as a staff room, which is beautifully highlighted for us there. So da-da, and it hasn't got the drink machine in yet. Okay, just remove that. Okay. So now I did say we wanted to prettify things a little bit. Oop, does that mean something's... okay. So we've got maintenance, so now we need to hire a foreman before we can do anything else. For that, we need to make him an office. Now, if I'm... yes, you see? There's some quick build things here, which I've just noticed. That's a new thing since I last played. Right, well, we're going to go into clone, and we will right click to select that much, and then we will build that right... Why is that blocked? Oh, there's a tree. Oh, how annoying. Okay, let's go away from that, and let's... there is something where you can, I think it's objects, where you can dismantle an object. So we are now going to dismantle the tree. I know it doesn't make that much sense, but there we go. So we're waiting for our workers to come and dismantle the tree. Come on. There we go, he's busy dismantling it. So we will go back to our quick build, we'll go back to clone, and it's still there. And it even tells us how much all of that's going to cost, which is quite nice. Hurry up with that tree. How long does it take to cut down a tree already? Oh, speed up. My brain can't handle it. Oh, now it's working. Yay! It's still saying it's blocked. Okay. I don't know. Let's go into planning. And is that the size we've got these ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay, so we will try it this way. Oh, maybe it wouldn't do it because I didn't have foundations down. I mean, that's possible. So we'll put in a door, and then we'll do our clone. We will clone instead just this bit because we want the window as well. And there we go. That's letting us do that now. We do need to go into our utilities and extend our cable out a little bit. There we go. And oh, the cats and the dogs are playing. The cats and the dog are playing together, and it's ever so funny because he's ever so big and they're ever so little, but they win every time. Strange but true. Okay, so we have a functioning staff room. We have a few staff members, so it's good. And now we need to hire ourselves a foreman, and he'll go into this office. And that means we've got our foreman. Now our foreman can do researching. So we want some groundskeeping from him. Now, our warden's not doing anything at the moment, so I'm going to get him to research health. It's always a good idea to keep them, let's research that, to keep them all doing their research. Got to, you know, got to make them earn their wages, haven't we? Right, now, I was going to sort of prettify around here a little bit, and I think I'm going to, why won't you do that? And we'll put some grass just along there and along there. We'll bring some grass in down here. We'll put some over here and over here. And then we will have, do we have paving slabs of any sort? Let's see, there's concrete. There we go, paving stones. Oh, that gives me a fright every time, because I want to sort of create a path along here that directs into these offices, and then it'll go up here like that to there. And I think we need to bring a path along here as well. See, I really don't think that that looks very impressive at all. It just looks like a smudge. This is why I actually prefer like the concrete tiles. But okay. We'll leave it at this for now. And I know I can hear the comments already. It's a prison, not a holiday resort. This is true. But despite everything, there was those paving stones there. I still think that no matter what, people deserve a pleasant environment. Anyway, I like it. I like how it looks, so Nina. And we'll just do that and put the paving stones up to there, and then grass over there and over there. I think it kind of helps to delineate everything a little bit. And we will put grass in the yard, except maybe over here. That's a little sandy bit in the middle there. Because what I'm going to do on that little sandy bit is I'm going to add some weights benches. So we'll have some weights benches there. And in this yard as well, I'm also going to put some benches for the men to sit down. Because I know we want them to get exercise, but you know, sometimes you also need to just sit down. If you've been running around or doing your weights, you want to sit down and mop your brow a bit, don't you? So there we are. That's, you know, it's starting to look nice. I know, big softy that I am. I like it. Right, so now for the staff well-being initiative, we need at least 5 guards without assigned duties. So we don't have 5 guards yet. Don't think we can really afford that. We need to unlock cleaning through bureaucracy. There we go. Oh, that's expensive. So that's going to take 5 hours. I think we've unlocked where we can have more than 1 grant. Yes. Let's do that one as well. And that's approved. Nice. So let's do security. Okay, we are definitely cooking on gas now. So I think the next thing to do would be the inmate health and well-being, which is a medical ward. So you see, now we've got 3 grants going. So we need to think about building a medical ward, and I think that we're going to put the reception here. So probably we'll put our medical ward somewhere over here, perhaps down here somewhere. Yes, I think that's what we'll do. Can we actually hire any? Well, we can hire a gardener. There we go. And that's it. Once we've got cleaning, then we can hire 2 janitors, and then that's prison maintenance done. That's another tick in our little box. Yay! Oh, we do so well! Okay, so 2 janitors. 1, 2. Da-da! Look at that. We are going to need to start thinking about bringing in some prisoners just for some income. I don't like having them in the holding cell because if they don't get any sleep, then they get cranky, and we really don't want cranky prisoners. So we do need to think about doing some cells. Now, is there? You see, there's a cell block A, and that'll give us an advance. Every time that beeps, it doesn't have to give me a fright. Right, so let's go for cell block A. And that's given us a nice little bit of a cash thing. Now, trying to think. Let's go into our planning. I think we should have our cells over here, next to the canteen. I'm just doing this, just a random size for now. But we'll have that. And what we'll do is we'll leave a space over here, and this would be sort of where we're going to put. So I'm going to make it fairly small, or am I? No, let's have a nice decent size infirmary. We'll have it in line there with the yard. We won't have it quite up to where that cell block is, because then what we can do is we can allow a little space over here for a morgue. Because prisoners will keep killing each other. We will allow over here, I think, for a double jail door. Now over here, let's put a double jail door there, and now we're going to plan our cells. So if we look, I'm trying to see if it gives us, yeah, here it is. Here's a cell. Your minimum size is 2 by 3. And 2 by 3, that would be, let's go back to planning. It would be, let's put something like that in there. So it's 1, 2, and then, so that's your minimum size. Because I will change where this is depending on how I work out my cell block. For now, I think that that's actually sufficient. So we will have cell blocks like that. They will have, and the dog's got another side. Confiscated one squeaker, he's got another one. But oh, bless him, he has to play. Okay, so let's see how we do. I always find that, oh, look at that. That's worked rather well. And we'll need a corridor, so I don't think that's actually a very good place to have the entrance. We'll need a corridor, and then I'm trying to work this out. I'm trying to work it out in my head, but we'll kind of need that sort of thing, won't we? But we'll need a corridor there as well. So let's see, that's too short. She says, realizing too late. Too late. Okay, that's better. I thought something was looking a bit funky there. Is that right? Yep, there we go. Okay, so we need how much? That's 1, 2, 3. How many do we need? 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you know, I think that if we went a little bit back like this, because we've got to allow for a corridor. So if we did that, then this would be our 15 cell block, wouldn't it? If I removed that and removed that. Or would it? I think this wall's a bit too close. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We actually are going to have an extra cell there. Yeah, this will work. Because as I say, we want our corridor. And we'll want a corridor here as well. So we'd only start our cells there. So we bring that down here. Oops, no. Do another one. There we go. And now I'm only planning these. I'm only going to design one cell. And then just clone them. Trying to think. No, I don't like having that there. Yeah. I don't like any of that. Because I want a passageway through here. So, let's plan again. Oh, right. So we'll leave enough. We'll have this, what I call my corner cell. And I kind of liked the idea of having 5, well, it'll be 6, won't it, up here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then another one up here, so we can scrap that. And then we'll take that along there. The reason why I'm doing this is I'm thinking, well, they probably also want a window. So, what we will... I'm overthinking this. I'm sure I'm overthinking this. If we do this, like so... Because the nice thing you'll find with having smaller cell blocks is that, see, now if we put the door in there, now I know that's only 10, but if I have lots of small cell blocks like this, it makes it easier for me to divide up to minimum, maximum, medium security, and to have that little bit of control. So what we can do is we can just copy that entire idea over here. Oops. If I'm using the right thing. And that, to me, it kind of, I don't know, it works in my head better. No, people, you really don't want to get inside my head. It's a scary place. Right. I'm just getting the size. And that's it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that will you know, that will do us as far as cell block A will be concerned, and we'll have a little bit extra. So yeah, I'm happy with that plan there. And I've just looked at the time and I've totally overrun. That's how this game goes. So I'm going to pause us here. We've got our plan for our cell block. We've got our plan for our medical ward. That might change. That's a very tentative plan right now. I want to work out how medical beds and that sort of thing will fit in with that scheme. And we will have to build another office as well. And we will have to hire guards. But I'm not hiring guards at the moment because we're barely making money at the moment. And that's because we've got, basically we're at full capacity for staff, but we don't have any inmates that are making money for us. Because you get grants and that sort of thing. So that's where we're going to be next. We want to build the cell block. I think that's got to be our priority, even if we don't have the full 15. If we just get that first 10 done, we can get 10 prisoners come in. We've got a canteen that can look after those 10 prisoners, and we've got showers that they can use. We're golden. Okay, so that's it for this week. thank you for sharing this time with me. And if you want to see me do anything with this prison, if you've got any suggestions or any comments, feel free to let me know. Until next week, when we have another session of Prison Architect, it's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from Charlie the dog, who's bringing me every single squeaker he owns. And from Puddon Anpye the cats, you know, we all love you loads. Peace out, peeps.